Hello and welcome back to Ride Up TV and welcome to Lotus Birmingham, where we're at the launch of the new Emira. Now we saw this car, didn't film it earlier on in the year, but at the Goodwood Festival of Speed. But today we've got a quick look around some of the details of this car. Of course, later on in the future, when we have a demonstrator, when we have a drivable car, we'll be going out and doing a full walk around, in-depth and a drive, which I cannot wait for. And I'm pretty sure Jack can't wait for that either. But firstly, join me for a quick look around the brand new Lotus Emira. So let's start by looking at drivetrain, shall we? From launch, the Emira is only available as the first edition and the 3.5 litre supercharged V6, which we've come to know and love from Lotus models. It produces 400 horsepower, which means that this very small, very light car can go from 0 to 62 miles an hour in just 4.3 seconds and onto a top speed of 180 miles an hour. Now, from autumn 2022 next year, it'll also be available with a 2 litre 4-cylinder petrol from Mercedes-AMG, which they use in their A45S, and that has 360 horsepower. It's actually the most powerful 2 litre 4-cylinder in the world. In terms of transmission, we have a 6-speed manual or a 6-speed automatic. This one is the auto, and in all honesty, I'd probably go for the auto because I'd want to use this on a daily basis. Now, let's talk about design. As we've already mentioned, we saw this car in Goodwood. I didn't really get a chance to get close to it, and when the pictures came out, it took my breath away. And now, in the flesh, it's just even better. I mean, watching people come up the stairs here today and look at it and see it, it's taken everybody's breath away. I think it's like a mini supercar for, well, let's talk about prices as well. The base model coming in 2023 starts at under £60,000. This one, the first edition, is a smidge under £76,000, which you're just getting a mini supercar for that money. But the looks, this looks so much like the Halo, the Evija. I think it's spot on. You've got the sharp nose down here, which again is from Evija. You've got the vents in here, which help airflow up and over the top of the car. And the lights are gorgeous in this colour. Everything about this car just works. I mean, look at it. I think it looks absolutely, it's Evija, and Evija is possibly one of the best looking cars out there right now. I think the front of the Emira, spot on. Around the back of the Emira, the calls to the Evija continue. Of course, because this has an internal combustion engine, Lotus couldn't recreate the huge holes that the electric hypercar has. However, we do still have circular vents which closely resemble them. The design is clean and crisp with simple C-shaped LED lights. The side profile, again, is very similar to the Evija, only miniaturized. It's a very elegant and beautiful design. So inside the Emira is a notable step on from previous models. Even though this is pre-production, obviously that it's not completely finished and some of the materials aren't up to the highest quality that they will be when cars are delivered, it still feels really high quality for a I've been in a lot of pre-production cars and this one feels really good. I love this new design down the central tunnel here, the new design for the automatic gearbox as well. Looks really nice. You've got a first edition badge here. Start stop button is like a fighter pilot underneath the little red cover here. We've got a new infotainment system in the middle and a new TFT screen directly in front of me which shows you revs, speed and so on. It looks crystal clear, really easy to use. Obviously we'll find out more about how that is to use when we actually get a chance to drive this car. Steering wheel is sort of a squarey effect, finished in Alcantara with a yellow center line on there. But it just feels great in here. I mean, these seats, this is touring specification. You can get sport or touring. This is touring, however, these seats aren't the finished article. The proper seats that go into the production car will have more support and it'll be lower down in the car as well, so it feels more of a sports car. But sat here right now, I don't know how they can make it feel more of a sports car, because it already feels really low down. The view out looks really good as well, and even through the rear window, obviously it's a small rear window, but you can still see out, which is a really nice thing. It's brilliant. I mean, I can't play with any of the infotainment system because pre-production, but everything seems so nice and lovely and a big step forward. So, I mean, I cannot wait to drive one of these things on the road. So there we go, a real quick whistle-stop tour of the new Lotus Emira. Safe to say, so excited to drive one of these. I think it looks absolutely spectacular. If you'd like any more details on the new Emira, do please use the links in the description of this video to go and contact one of our Rybrook Lotus retailers. Thank you ever so much for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel for plenty more content to come.